ask myself, I might as well spend this little cash myself. Been out here getting this bag myself, putting the work in it.
Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle, and it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein, and Gobert with a block. He takes it in. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Bam! Rudy Gobert. I mean, that was a loud 2 points.
Dort outside. Pass to Williams.
Get the perimeter. Cross the screen.
And here's Holmgren. The 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Conley against Dort. Conley passes to McDaniels. Outside for Randle. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randle, he usually gets the best of it.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
McDaniels can't hit. The Thunder have gone 1 for 3 so far. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein a screen. No good on the triple.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Randle, pass to Gobert. Book it, and it's Randle with the assist.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Holmgren, and he banks in the layup.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Randle finds Conley. Outside Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Good work defensively by Dort.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. No good with a layup. Minnesota leading by 7. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Holmgren. Edwards against Dort. Puts it up from 15. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go on the assist from Dort.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all 3 levels.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Driving in. It's blocked by Gobert. Edwards against Dort. Edwards gets the bucket. Edwards has got 5 now.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
Here's Holmgren. Pass to Hartenstein. Pulls up on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
The defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
And the basket by Edwards. 7 points in the game.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Now here's Holmgren. 1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. 4 on the clock. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards. Outside for Randall. Back to Edwards. There's the 3. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Hartenstein. Pass to Williams. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort, the pass to Hartenstein. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Back to Daniels. Over Williams. And it falls all over the rim and in.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Defense is setting the tone. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Yeah, they've also started out on fire from mid-range. We'll see if they continue to that approach as the game goes on.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Miller. Then there's Naz Reid. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Here's Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Floats one. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA doing his thing in close.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Edwards. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Garza's checked in. Thunder trail by 11. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. SGA working through contact inside.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Reid passes to Edwards. Williams grabs the board. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice D from Reid.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim, Anthony Edwards.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Now here's Wallace. No points so far. Wiggins, no good. Pass to Reed. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Edwards. The three ball. No good there. 8 for 13 now. Here's Caruso. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Anthony Edwards.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Garza. Julius Randle comes in for Reed. McDaniels is checked in for Edwards. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Poke loose. Randle outside. Pass to Gobert. Back to Randle. We've got 1:48 left to play in the second quarter. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves also with a sub. DiVincenzo's checked in. And here's Holmgren, Dort outside, and Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
13 foul.
A minute and a half left in the first half. Wallace with it. DiVincenzo picks him up out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. Minnesota leading by 16. Outside McDaniels. Down low. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Dort outside. Pass to Hartenstein. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. Williams, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 14-6 run. McDaniels finds Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Top of the key jumper, no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of this one. Conley passes to Randle. 15 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 5. Back to Randall. Pass to Conley. This one for 3. He can't get it to go. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at small forward. That's the group for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Effective use of the mid-range there by Edwards. He's a true 3-level scorer.
Back to Williams. Pass to Dort, and here is Williams. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander, and Gobert with a block.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
Randall with it, now guarded by Holmgren. Edwards with it, launches a 3. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Hartenstein. He's got 5. Pass to Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. Oh, the long ball from Holmgren.
And you can already tell Holmgren has an edge to his game. Gets the 3 right back. That's the competitive streak you need as a young player.
Edwards, the pass to Randall. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Thunder trail by 14. The drive by Dort. Outside, Williams. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They led by as many as 18. Edwards, a pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Outside Conley. Now here's Edwards. Gobert inside. Dort defending. Gobert no good. The Thunder have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Williams. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. Caruso, he's checked in for Holmgren. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. A 12-point game. Pass to Gobert. And they double up Gobert. Randall, the pass to Alexander Walker. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Caruso outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander sinks a big one.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Conley passes to Randall. Dort against Edwards. Over Dort, and the basket by Edwards. Edwards got 25 points in the game.
Yeah, Edwards rarely passes on a chance to get his team points. He loves making an offensive impact.
Dort up top, his first shot attempt, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Out of bounds, it'll be Oklahoma City's ball. For the Thunder, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein, and it's Wallace in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Anthony Edwards. Now here's Wallace, still without a bucket. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third quarter here. Alexander Walker, the pass to Randall. He shoots. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Williams misses. The Timberwolves lead by 10. Conley with the ball, guarded now by Williams. Conley passes to DiVincenzo. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
Well, Conley is an excellent decision maker and floor general for this team.
Wallace outside. Left side Williams. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
The Thunder making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Clark is checked in for Conley. Pass to Reed. Randall outside. Beyond the arc. Nails it from three. Randall's got 9.
No hesitation from the big man, Randall. I mean, this is how confident of a shooter he is.
Here's Wiggins. Outside, Williams. Wiggins with a screen on Clark. Williams from long range. He drops it from range. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to DiVincenzo. And the 3 off target. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 12. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. We've got Edwards. Joe Ingles is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Donte DiVincenzo, and it's Clark in at the 3 spot. Edwards for 3. No good there. Thunder trail by 12. Now Wallace. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got rebound number 7 tonight. Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Oklahoma City shooting about 41%. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Sajang. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He shoots over DiVincenzo. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 8 rebounds in the game. Outside, DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Pass to Edwards for 3. Fires in the triple. Edwards got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Wallace. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Conley's checked in for Ingles. Timberwolves on D. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And it's Shea hitting the 3.
Outside, inside, in between, doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Edwards against Caruso. Fades. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
Williams, a screen on Conley. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter. Right side, Conley. Outside, Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Pass to Williams. 3-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Conley passes to DiVincenzo. Now Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Edwards against Caruso. For 3, DiVincenzo drains the triple. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
For the Thunder, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And Williams is subbed in for Caruso. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
Conley passes to Randall. Off the mark there with a 3. Thunder trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and over Conley. It's blocked by Gobert. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Off target at the rim. Minnesota leading by 14. Here's Edwards. To the inside. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Here's Randall. 4-3. That shot missing. Oklahoma City has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Gilgeous-Alexander. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, something else I love that they're doing is driving into the lane and getting the shots they want in penetration. And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good there with a step-back J. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Out of bounds, it'll be Thunderball.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Timberwolves.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Now here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Here's Holmgren, following the score by Minnesota. Here's Williams, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Second team foul.
The free throw drops for Williams.
Two shots.
And Williams drops them both. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's DiVincenzo. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Left side Joe. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.